The rain hammered against the windows of our small cottage in the Cotswolds, mirroring the storm raging inside me. For 20 years, Alaric, a simple carpenter, had built a life with my wife, Bronte. We weren't rich, but we were happy, or so I thought. We had two wonderful children, now grown and with families of their own, and a comfortable, predictable routine. That routine, however, had recently been disrupted, and not by anything I could have foreseen. It started subtly. Bronte, a librarian at the local university, began working late more often. She attributed it to increased workloads and new initiatives at the library. I didn't question it at first. Bronte was always dedicated to her job. But then came the secretive phone calls, hushed whispers in the hallway, and a password on her phone, something she'd never had before. When I asked about it, she brushed it off, saying it was for security reasons at work. I tried to ignore the nagging feeling in my gut, the unease that crept into my sleep. I loved Bronte, I trusted her implicitly, but the signs were undeniable. One evening, while Bronte was supposedly at a late meeting, I decided to surprise her by bringing her dinner. The university library was only a 15-minute drive away. As I approached the building, I noticed Bronte's car wasn't in the parking lot. Maybe she parked somewhere else, I reasoned, trying to quell the rising panic. I walked inside, the familiar scent of old books and paper filling my nostrils. The librarian at the front desk, a young woman named Isolde, greeted me with a smile. "Good evening, Alaric. Is Bronte expecting you?" she asked. "Yes, I'm here to bring her dinner. She said she had a late meeting," I replied. Isolde's smile faltered slightly. "Oh, Bronte isn't here tonight. She left hours ago," she said, her voice tinged with awkwardness. "She mentioned something about a conference out of town," Isolde continued, trying to fill silence. "Out of town," I repeated, my heart sinking. "Yes, I believe so. She didn't give me many details," Isolde replied. I thanked her and turned to leave, the weight of Bronte's deception crushing me. A conference. She hadn't mentioned anything about a conference. The drive home was a blur. My mind raced, piecing together the puzzle of Bronte's recent behavior. The late nights, the secretive calls, the password on her phone, it all pointed to one horrifying conclusion. Bronte was having an affair. Back at the cottage, I couldn't bring myself to go inside. I sat in my car, the rain continuing to fall, each drop a tear I couldn't shed. How could she do this to me, to us? After all these years, the next morning, Bronte returned, acting as if nothing was amiss. "How was the meeting?" I asked, my voice betraying none of the turmoil inside me. "It was fine, just the usual," she replied, avoiding my gaze. "Isolde said you mentioned a conference," I pressed, watching her reaction closely. Bronte stiffened. "Oh yes, that's right, it was a last-minute thing. I didn't want to worry you," she stammered, her eyes darting around the room. I couldn't take it anymore. "Bronte, please just tell me the truth. Are you having an affair?" I asked, my voice cracking with emotion. She denied it, of course, vehemently. She accused me of being paranoid, of not trusting her. She even shed a few tears, claiming I was hurting her with my accusations. For a moment, I almost believed her. But the doubt lingered, a persistent poison in my mind. I decided to play along, to pretend I believed her, while I gathered evidence. I knew I couldn't confront her without proof. She would simply deny it and continue her deception. I started subtly monitoring her phone, checking the call history and messages when she wasn't looking. I even hired a private investigator, a discreet woman named Aloan, to follow her and document her activities. It didn't take long for Aloan to uncover the truth. She provided me with photos and videos of Bronte meeting a man at a hotel in a nearby town. The man was tall, handsome, and much younger than me. His name was Lysander, a colleague of Bronte's from the university. The evidence was irrefutable. My heart shattered into a million pieces. The rage that consumed me was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. I wanted to confront them, to scream, to lash out. But I knew that wouldn't solve anything. I needed to be strategic to make them pay for their betrayal. I spent weeks plotting my revenge, carefully crafting a plan that would expose their affair and ruin their lives. First, I decided to inform Lysander's wife, a kind and unsuspecting woman named Verena. I anonymously sent her the photos and videos Aloan had provided, along with a detailed account of their affair. I knew it would be devastating for her, but she deserved to know the truth. A few days later, I received a message from Verena, thanking me for my courage and promising to leave Lysander. Good, one down. Next, I focused on Bronte. I wanted to expose her affair to her colleagues, her friends, and our family. I knew it would be humiliating for her, but she had brought it upon herself. I created a website detailing her affair, complete with photos, videos, and transcripts of their text messages. I anonymously sent the link to everyone in her contact list. The fallout was immediate and devastating. Bronte was ostracized by her friends and colleagues. Her reputation was ruined. She lost her job at the university. When I finally confronted Bronte, she was a broken woman. She begged for forgiveness, claiming it was a mistake, a moment of weakness. But I was unmoved. The trust was gone, shattered beyond repair. I filed for divorce and she didn't contest it. She knew she had no leg to stand on. The divorce was finalized quickly. I kept the cottage, the only home I had ever known. Bronte moved into a small apartment in the city, alone and disgraced. Lysander's wife had left him, and he was now facing disciplinary action at the university. Their affair had destroyed everything they had built. I know some people might say my revenge was too harsh, that I should have simply walked away and moved on. But I couldn't. I needed to make them pay for the pain they had caused me. I needed to reclaim my dignity, to show them that I wasn't someone they could betray without consequences. In the end, I got my revenge. Bronte and Lysander lost everything. But as I sit here now in my quiet cottage, the rain still falling outside, I wonder if it was worth it. The emptiness inside me remains, a constant reminder of the love I lost and the betrayal I endured. Perhaps true healing will come with time, but for now, I am left with the bitter taste of revenge and the haunting memories of a love that turned to ashes. Time passed. My children, bless their hearts, were supportive throughout the entire ordeal. They understood my pain and anger, though they gently suggested that dwelling on the past wouldn't bring me happiness. I tried to heed their advice. I started attending local carpentry workshops, rediscovering my passion for working with wood. The rhythmic sound of sawing and hammering was therapeutic, a way to channel my emotions into something productive. One day, a woman named Meredith joined the workshop. She was a potter with kind eyes and a gentle smile. We struck up a conversation, and I found myself drawn to her warmth and genuine interest in my work. Over time, Meredith and I became friends. We shared stories, laughed together, and supported each other's creative endeavors. She never pried into my past, but she was always there to listen when I needed to talk. Slowly, gradually, Meredith helped me to heal. She taught me that forgiveness wasn't about condoning Bronte's actions, but about releasing the anger and resentment that were consuming me. She showed me that I deserved to be happy, to love and be loved again. Eventually, our friendship blossomed into something more. I found myself falling in love with Meredith, her kindness, her compassion, and her unwavering support. It wasn't easy to trust again, to open my heart after so much pain, but Meredith was patient and understanding. She reassured me that she wasn't Bronte, that she would never betray me. She showed me through her actions that she was worthy of my trust. After a year of dating, I asked Meredith to marry me. She said yes, and we were married in a small, intimate ceremony in my garden. Life with Meredith is different from life with Bronte. It's filled with laughter, joy, and a deep sense of connection. We share a love of art, nature, and simple pleasures. We support each other's dreams and face life's challenges together. I've learned that love can be found again, even after the most devastating betrayal. It may not be the same love, but it can be just as beautiful, just as fulfilling. Bronte, on the other hand, has not fared so well. After losing her job and her reputation, she struggled to find work. She drifted from relationship to relationship, never finding lasting happiness. I heard through mutual acquaintances that she regrets her affair, that she misses our life together, but it's too late. The choices she made have consequences, and she must live with them. I don't hate Bronte anymore. I've forgiven her, not for her sake, but for my own. Holding on to anger and resentment only hurts me. I've moved on with my life and I'm finally happy. I've learned that betrayal can be a catalyst for growth, that it can lead to unexpected blessings. I've found love again and I'm grateful for the second chance I've been given. Looking back, I realize that my revenge, while satisfying in the moment, didn't bring me lasting peace. True peace came from forgiveness, from letting go of the past and embracing the future. It came from finding love again, from building a new life with someone who cherishes and respects me. And so, the storm has passed and the sun is shining once more. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, and I'm ready to face whatever life may bring with Meredith by my side. There were moments during those dark months when I thought I would never recover. The betrayal cut so deep, the pain was so intense that I couldn't imagine ever finding happiness again. But I was wrong. Life has a way of surprising us, of offering unexpected opportunities for healing and growth. I've learned that we are stronger than we think, that we can overcome even the most devastating challenges. And I've learned that love is always possible, even after heartbreak. I now pour my heart into my woodworking, creating beautiful, intricate pieces that reflect the beauty and resilience of life. Meredith's pottery complements my work perfectly, and together we create stunning pieces that embody the harmony and balance we've found in our relationship. We often take walks in the Cotswolds, hand in hand, admiring the rolling hills and picturesque villages. We visit my children and grandchildren, sharing our love and laughter with them. We travel the world, exploring new cultures and creating lasting memories. Life is good, and I'm grateful for every moment. So if you're reading this and you're going through a similar experience, know that you're not alone. Betrayal is a painful and devastating experience, but it doesn't have to define you. You can heal, you can grow, and you can find happiness again. Don't give up on yourself, don't give up on love, and don't let the bitterness consume you. Forgive, let go, and embrace the future with hope and courage. You deserve it. And to Bronte, if you ever happen to read this, I forgive you. I don't condone your actions, but I forgive you. I hope you find peace and happiness in your life. And I thank you, in a way, for leading me to Meredith, the woman who has shown me what true love really is. As I look out the window now, I see the sun breaking through the clouds, casting a golden glow on the Cotswolds. The birds are singing and the air is fresh and clean. Life is beautiful, and I'm ready to embrace it with open arms. A few years have passed since I remarried Meredith, and life continues to bless me with joy and contentment. Our home is filled with warmth and laughter, and our love for each other grows stronger with each passing day. We've created a sanctuary where creativity thrives, and we often collaborate on projects that blend my woodworking skills with her artistic pottery. One day, I received an unexpected letter. It was from Bronte. Hesitantly, I opened it, wondering what she could possibly want after all this time. Her handwriting was shaky, and the letter was filled with remorse and regret. She wrote about the pain and loneliness she had endured since our divorce. She admitted that her affair with Lysander was a terrible mistake, and that she had lost everything as a result. She had moved away from the city and was living a quiet life in a small coastal town. She had found solace in painting and had even started selling her artwork at local galleries. She wasn't asking for forgiveness, she wrote, but she wanted me to know that she was truly sorry for the pain she had caused me and our family. I read the letter several times, absorbing her words and trying to understand her perspective. I realized that she had finally come to terms with the consequences of her actions and that she was genuinely remorseful. I felt a pang of sympathy for her, despite everything she had done. I decided to respond to her letter, not to rekindle our past, but to offer her a gesture of closure. I wrote about my life with Meredith, about the happiness and fulfillment I had found. I told her that I had forgiven her and that I hoped she could find peace in her own life. I wished her well and sent the letter on its way. A few weeks later, I received a reply from Bronte. She thanked me for my kindness and understanding. She said that my letter had given her a sense of closure and that she was grateful for the opportunity to express her remorse. She wished me and Meredith all the best and signed off with a simple thank you. That was the last I ever heard from Bronte, and I was content with that. I had finally closed that chapter of my life and moved on to a new beginning. My relationship with Meredith continued to flourish. We traveled the world, explored new cultures, and created countless memories together. We supported each other's artistic endeavors and celebrated each other's successes. We grew old together, hand in hand, our love deepening with each passing year. I learned that true love is not about perfection, but about acceptance, forgiveness, and unwavering support. I am grateful for the lessons I have learned, for the challenges I have overcome, and for the love that has sustained me through it all. And so, I continue to live my life with joy, gratitude, and a deep appreciation for the beauty that surrounds me.